Hey guys, it's Zach from the Con channel, and in this video I'm going to show you where all the lost ghost locations can be found in Destiny 2. Now if you don't have this quest, you need to go to Micah 10, and if she does not have the quest, then you need to complete the campaign of the final shape. But once you do so, you'll be able to collect the quest in order to start collecting the lost ghosts. Now the first ghost you're going to find is going to be in the Shadows quest. So once you collect that quest, you can then head over to the EDZ, and then you want to go start the Lake of Shadows strike. Once you're in the strike, you want to head all the way to the end by the boss fight, and you should see this hand at the back of the room, which was created by the witness, and here you should be able to scan with your ghost in order to get the item. Once you're done, you're going to head back to the EDZ, and now you're going to spawn at the sludge in order to get to this search area at Shadows. Once you're here, you can just follow my path, so I will just speed this up and you can slow down if it's a bit too fast for you. So once you're in this lake area, you should see that there's going to be a hand in the middle, and you'll see that the ghost is right there beneath the hand, so you can go ahead and collect it. Once you're done, you're going to head to the Pale Heart, and then you're going to go all the way back to the Lost City. Once you're here, you're then going to head to Micah, and you're going to interact with this crack in the floor. Once you have interacted with the crack in the floor, you're going to interact with Micah to get your reward, and then you can collect your next Lost Ghost quest. Now the next ghost quest is going to be the Oracle. So once you collect this quest, you can then head over to your destinations, and you're going to go to the Nessus. Once you're at the Nessus, you're then going to start the Inside Terminus strike. Once you start, you're going to then head into the boss fight area, and you'll see this Cabal statue at the beginning of the area, and you'll need to interact with it. But don't worry, if your fire team interacts with it, it still collects the reward for you. So once you have collected that, you're going to head back to Nessus, and you're going to spawn at Cistern. Then I will just show you where to go from here. Once you reach this end, you'll see that in this little circle thing in the middle of the room is the last ghost. Now the next quest is the Hellmouth, which will be found on the moon. So once you head to the moon, you're then going to start the Nightmare Hunt at the top of the moon. Once you're here, when you head into the boss fight, you'll see the statue just before you begin, and you can scan to get your lost ghost telemetry. After you scan the statue, you can then head back to the moon and spawn at the sanctuary, and then you can just follow my path. And you'll see that once you head into this area with the bones and ribs, you're going to see that on the one rib to the left will be the ghost. Now the next last ghost quest is called the Return, which is then going to be found in the Cosmodrone, and you'll need to start the Strike the Disgraced. You'll see that once you get to a specific point, you'll see another statue, and you can go ahead and scan the statue. Once you've scanned the statue, you need to head back to the Cosmodrone, and now you're going to spawn at these steps. Once you're here, you can just follow my path. And you should just see once you reach into this room is the ghost. The next last ghost quest is called the Ascendant, which is then going to be found in the Dreaming City. And once you're here, you're then going to start the Dark Monastery campaign mission. You'll see that there's going to be a statue after you enter the portal after versing the boss that you'll need to scan. After you scan the ghost, it'll then spawn you back in the same area, and you'll then need to head to the search area. Once you're in this big room filled with all this darkness, you'll see that towards the back end of the room is the witness's doings, and you'll see that the ghost is going to be on the floor on the beam of light. The next lost ghost quest is called the Past, and it is going to be located on Savathun's throne world. Once you're here, you're then going to start the arena. Once you're in the arena, when you're at the boss fight, you'll see that towards the back of the room is going to be another statue of the witness, and you can go ahead and scan the statue. After that, you're then going to head back to Savathun's throne world, and you're going to go to the Enclave. Once you pass through this corridor, you should see a skull statue, and you'll see that the ghost is right there. The next lost ghost quest is called the Veiled, which is then going to be located on Europa, and you'll have to start the campaign mission called the Communion. Once you're in the campaign mission, just before you're about to head into the boss fight, you'll see in the middle of the arena will be a statue that you'll need to scan. Once the statue is scanned, you're going to head back to Europa, and you're going to then spawn at the Beyond spawn point. Now, if you do not have the spawn point, you need to complete a few quest steps of the Beyond Light campaign, but once you have done so, this area should be available to spawn at. And once you're here, you can then head towards this tower. Once you head all the way to the top of the stairs, you should see that below the statue is the last ghost. Now the next last ghost quest is called the Desperation. You'll then need to head over back to the Cosmodrone and start the Devil's Lair Strike. Once you're in the strike, just before you head into the boss, there will be a statue to the right that you'll need to scan. Once that's done, you'll head back to the Cosmodrone, and now you're going to spawn at these steps. Once you're at the end of the path of the rusty cars, you'll see these 4 statues and the ghosts will be right here. The next quest is going to be the Visitation, which will be located on the moon. Once you're here, you're then going to start the Beyond campaign mission. And before you enter this boss fight, you'll then scan these 3 statues standing together. Once you're done, you're going to head back to the Cosmodrone, and then you're going to spawn at the Sanctuary. You'll see that this is a very short path, and once you head to the end of the path, you should see the ghost. The following Lost Ghost quest is called the Illusion, which is going to be located in Savathun's throne world, and you'll need to start the repeatable campaign mission called the Cunning. During the campaign, there will be a segment where you need to escape, and before you start riding the vehicles, you'll need to scan the statue to the left here. Once you're done, you'll then head back to Savathun's throne world, and you'll then need to go to this search area, and you'll need to spawn by the Quagmire. Once you're here, you can then just follow my path. And when you're on this bridge, you're not going to go straight, you're going to take a left, and there's going to be this jump pad. And then once you're up, you're then going to turn around and take this beam of light that's going up. Once you reach the top of these stairs, you're then going to head all the way to the end of this path ahead. Right when you reach the end of the path, you'll see there's going to be steps, and just after the steps next to the statue to the right will be the Lost Ghost, as you can see right over here. It's been Zach from the Concon channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.